So there I was, diving headfirst into the most intense battleground the world has ever seen. Roblox. Yes, you heard it right, folks. Roblox, the game that's usually my casual hangout, suddenly transformed into a fierce and unforgiving battlefield. Now I am not your typical hardcore gamer, I am more of a kick your feet up and chill type of player. But this time, something was different. I felt a surge of competitive spirit coursing through my veins as I stepped into the pixelated world of Roblox battlegrounds. I was just an unlikely hero, standing at the precipice of an epic journey, a regular Joe, armed with nothing but a virtual blocky sword and a newfound determination to win. Who would have thought I'd transform into a tryhard in the whimsical world of Roblox? Fasten your seatbelts, folks. It's about to get bumpy in the blocky world of Roblox. Before I could fight, I had to train. And by train I mean click buttons furiously and hope for the best. Now you might be thinking, how hard could it be, it's only Roblox. Well, let me tell you, it's not as easy as it looks. There's a finesse to it, an art form if you will. For hours on end I battled my way through countless obstacles, my fingers a blur on the keyboard. I mastered the art of jumping, dodging and sprinting, each keystroke a symphony of determination. At one point I even considered getting a gaming mouse with extra buttons. I spent entire nights honing my skills, perfecting my aim and learning to anticipate my opponent's moves. I was the embodiment of a tryhard. But you know what? I was okay with that. With my rigorous training complete, I was ready to face the battlefield. Or so I thought. My first encounter in the battleground was, let's just say, less than impressive. Picture this. I was a fresh-faced newbie, ready to conquer the world of Roblox battlegrounds. Full of gusto, I waltzed into the fray, armed with nothing but my wit and my poorly crafted wooden sword. As I navigated the pixelated terrain, I could hear the distant sounds of battle echoing around me. My heart pounded in my chest as the adrenaline rushed through my veins. And then, there it was, my first opponent. Dressed in full diamond armor, they looked like a formidable force. I squared my shoulders, clenched my virtual fists and charged, only to be taken down in a single swift blow. Yes, my friends, my first taste of battle was a bitter one. Turns out Roblox Battlegrounds was more intense than I anticipated. But was I ready to give up? Absolutely not. After my initial defeat, I was determined to rise from the ashes, and by ashes I mean the blocky rubble of my Roblox avatar. I was back in the game with a new resolve and a slightly bruised ego. But hey, what's a little bruise to an underdog on the rise, right? My journey of improvement was marked by a series of hilarious missteps, each one a lesson learned the hard way. I remember the time when I thought I could jump a chasm that was clearly too wide. My avatar took a leap of faith, only to fall into the abyss below. A classic rookie mistake, but hey, at least I was reaching for the stars, or in this case the other side of the chasm. Then there was the time I accidentally shot at my own reflection, thinking it was an enemy. In my defense, that reflection looked pretty menacing. I mean, who knew Roblox avatars could have such intense, resting fight faces? But it wasn't all missteps and blunders. There were victories too, small but mighty, like the time I finally managed to snipe an enemy from a distance. Or when I successfully dodged an ambush, thanks to my newly acquired strafing skills. Each victory was a testament to my growing prowess in the game, each one a step closer to my goal. It was a roller coaster ride of epic proportions, filled with laughter, frustration, and a fair share of facepalms. But through it all, I kept going, kept playing, kept improving. I was no longer just a player, I was an underdog on the rise, a try-hard in the making. And let's not forget the camaraderie I found in the game, the friendships forged in the heat of the battlegrounds. The players who stood by me, who cheered me on, who laughed with me at my blunders and celebrated my victories. They were an integral part of my journey, my cheerleaders in the virtual world. Slowly but surely I was becoming a force to be reckoned with, well, at least in my own mind. There I was, standing on the precipice of the final showdown. And by precipice I mean the edge of a blocky cliff. The air was thick with anticipation, and despite the pixelated nature of the Roblox world, the tension felt real. I was facing off against my most formidable opponent yet. They were decked out in the most ostentatious gear the game had to offer, their avatar a beacon of pixels and polygons, an embodiment of fear and respect. The battle began. We started circling each other like two boxers in a ring, sizing each other up. It was a dance, a ballet of blocks, if you will. The battlefield was a symphony of clashing swords and blasting cannons, but in the midst of it all there was a strange serenity. It was as if time had slowed down and we were the only two entities in this vast square universe. Now let's not forget, this is Roblox we're talking about. The game mechanics are simple, to say the least. But in that moment it felt like we were warriors in a high fantasy epic, battling for the fate of the world. Yet all I had to do was click a few buttons and maneuver my avatar just right. Suddenly, there was a flurry of movement. My opponent lunged, their sword arcing through the air. I ducked, narrowly avoiding a fatal blow. I retaliated, my own weapon slashing through the air. There was a moment of silence, a brief pause in the chaos. Then, my opponent's avatar staggered back, a clear sign of a successful hit. The battle raged on, each of us trading blows, neither willing to back down. But eventually, as all good things must, it came to an end. My opponent landed a final, decisive blow. My avatar crumpled to the ground, the game announcing my defeat. And just like that, our epic journey comes to an end. I may not have become the ultimate Roblox warrior, but hey, at least I got a few laughs out of it.